Yo guys, Foodle here, back for another tutorial. And today I will be showing you guys how to make chroma items, also known as items that change color. So if you ever wanted to turn that one item, like a golden apple for example, to this majestic thing, yeah, that is right guys, I will be showing you guys how to make color changing items. I will be using a golden apple in this example. But you can do this with absolutely any item, whatever resolution for Minecraft. There are infinite possibilities. You can do it with swords, blocks, almost anything. And you can do it at any resolution, 16x, 32x, 512x if you really want to. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, to get started with this tutorial, you need to first open up your image in your photo editor of choice. I prefer paint.net for editing texture packs, but you can use Photoshop or Affinity or whatever you want to use. To be honest, you can even use Microsoft Paint, but the ideal photo editor is paint.net. So starting off, you want to go ahead and zoom into your image so that you can see the entire thing. And after that, you want to go ahead and go up here and click Image, Canvas Size. And you want to change the height of your photo. Depending on your resolution, you want to change the height of your photo to 37 times the original size. So if we have 16, if I go ahead and bring up my calculator, you go ahead and times 16 by 37, and that will bring you to your answer. So for mine, it's 592, so I can go ahead and X out of that, and I go ahead and put 592, and I click OK. Now as you can see, that drastically expanded my canvas size and the height. So for the next step, what you want to go ahead and do is select your original area and copy it. Then on the same layer, you don't have to bother with making new layers every time for this. You go ahead and paste it and move it down so it is directly under. Now this is just a simple step in animating Minecraft textures. If you don't know how to do that, I will link some sort of video down below. But yeah, this is basically just the start of animating a Minecraft texture. So you want to go ahead and do this, and you want to continue doing this all the way down. So it is a little bit tedious, but the end result looks amazing. So if I go ahead and do it again, just like that. So I'm going to do this real quick, and I will see you guys when I'm back. Alrighty, so once you are done, you should have something that looks a bit like this. If I zoom in, as you can see, every single one is a golden apple the entire way through, stacked on top of each other. And so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and bring out your magic wand tool or your rectangle select or something that you are going to be using. And you want to go ahead and select the part that you want chroma. So I actually have the tolerance set to what it was, but I selected all of the yellow. Don't include the white, I mean it doesn't really matter, but it all depends on what texture you're using. So I've selected all of the yellow in this photo. Not any of these, just the first one. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to go to Adjustments and Hue and Saturation. Now it may be in a different place for you, but that is how it is in paint.net. So for the very first one, you want to go ahead and drag it all the way to -180. Again, I really don't know how it's going to be in other photo editors, but it's probably going to be around the same thing. So you want to drag it to the absolute lowest value you can possibly get to. And after that, you want to go ahead and click OK. And you want to continue doing this, except that every time you go to a new apple, you want to increase the number by 10. Now you can make it differently. It's all personal preference, but I find that if you increase it by 10, it works the best and it's the smoothest, but also less time consuming. Now honestly, you could do it every 5, so I could do 175, But in that case, you would need more golden apples and a lot more time on your hands. Now, again, it will be smoother, but it's going to take a lot more time. And if you do it by one, that's honestly just overkill. There's really no use in doing something like that. You're basically wasting your entire day for that. So what I do is I go by tens. So after -180, you go to -170, and so on. If I do it one more time, then you go to adjustments, even saturation, and increase it by 10 once more. Click OK, and you continue to do this throughout the entire image. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video right now, and I will see you guys once I'm done with it. Alrighty, so once you are done coloring all of them, it should look a bit like this. Maybe not exactly, but a bit like this if you've done it all correctly. So if we zoom in, as you can see, all of the apples are different colors, and it's all cycling through the rainbow. And eventually it will end up approximately at its original color. So if we compare this to the top, it'll roughly be around the same. So that is what you are looking for. Now, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and save it. You can be whatever name you want, well, as long as it corresponds to the original texture. So, if I'm doing golden apple, mine will be apple_golden.png. So you want to have it so that it stays that name. Once you are done, you want to go ahead and save it, and you want to put it in your texture pack folder. Depending on what you're doing, you can put it in the items or the blocks or something that you're using it for. Once you are done with that, here's one of the main parts that most people mess up on. You think you're done. You're not. You have to include a very simple file to actually animate this texture. So if I go ahead and I open up one of these, this is the one I'm using, you can just keep it at animation. I'll let you guys look at this for a little bit so that you can copy it down onto your own. I would preferably use Notepad++ just because it's the easiest, but you want to go ahead and copy this into your own Notepad++ or Notepad or whatever text editor you might use for this. But you want to make sure it's in this format. Basically what this is telling the Minecraft is, hey, this is an animation. You need to animate this. So basically that's what it's doing. You want to just save this, and if you look right here, it's apple_golden.png. Remember the .png. Name it exactly the correct name. And after that, you want to just save it as an MC meta file. I'm sure you can find these in other texture packs. You can probably just copy them off of others. It's not hard to find them. But once you're done with that, you should be able to go into Minecraft and find that your texture is now chromatified, if that's a word. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you really liked it. But yeah, that's Foodle here. Peace out, guys.